people. Let me just spam the live real quick. All right. Okay, I'll just play a little bit so the more people can tune in. Hey Lala, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Getting a little warmed up. Hey Lala, greetings from Montpellier. Always nice to see you. Thank you so much. RK Johnson, hello my favorite guitarist. Oh dude, that's awesome. How are you? How are you people? Let me know if the audio is all okay. I'm just gonna play random stuff for a little bit. So yeah, so people can tune in. So, audio okay, video okay. Nice. That's great. That's great. Greetings from Brazil. Tom, dude, thank you so much for watching. How are you? Dudua, oh yeah, I remember you from India, right? I believe. And I did this half an hour earlier just for you. Because I remember last time you told me that it was super late in India. Should be you. Or somewhere. Somewhere close to that. What strings you use? I use Elixir Strings. I'm lucky to be an endorsed artist with them, so yeah. But I used those strings even before, way before. It's like, I guess 6 years I've been using Elixir exclusively. Just I love them. They last forever. Quick lick lesson, please. I don't know, man. I don't really have like a selection of licks. I have stuff that I always do, or like, that I, my go-to stuff. But I don't know. Quick lick. I don't know. Is your guitar in coil split position? Asking because I see two humbuckers, but the guitar sounds like a single coil. No, it was not. It was probably because there was mic audio as well. If I turn the mic off, you will probably sound, like a humbucker. So yeah, it's probably the mic that, if you hear the string noise, kind of makes it maybe a little more, single coily. Like you hear a lot of the attack. Like this is with a split coil. Not, and you have like the second position. Split coil position that I prefer is the fourth. Congrats and thanks for your last video. Oh, well, thank you to you, for checking it out. I'm just, trying to make the tones that are in the pack clear, And this is one of them. This is called the mid-gain lead preset. Tom, these cabs are the Martio or Seymour? These are Seymour Duncans. They're called Hyperions, I believe. They're the stock AZ ones. Let me hear your clean tone presets. All right, I got a bunch. I enjoy like the ambient ones the most. Like this is very sort of tesseract kind of clean tone, with the split it sounds pretty much like, It's one of those. This is called Crystal Clean, and yeah, it's included in my signature preset pack. Oh, Ciccio! Mitico. Come stai? Such amazing clean sound, dude. What amp you using? I can't tell, man. Secrets. It's in the pack, you know. I can't reveal. I don't even remember. Gonna be honest. But this is another one. This is called Ambience. Just you know. Yeah, I have a bunch. I got a clean effects thing. Let me turn off the mic so you can hear better. This would maybe be better with single coils, but it's still cool. Yeah, a bunch of cool. I want to make a pack dedicated to ambient tones, just because I love them. So yeah, this is called Lead Crunch. Is there future plans to make presets pack for amp sim plugins? Yeah, many of us don't have Fractal device and are interested in your sound. Thank you for that, and I would love to try them. Yeah, I know that, you know, obviously I released it on Fractal only just because it's what I use, and I saw there are companies that kind of match other devices to sound, you know, in other ways. Like you can't really, you know, translate like a Fractal preset into a QC preset, you know. Obviously it's going to be different, and I don't know if I mean right now I didn't want to, you know, try to do any of that, just because, you know, my tones are these ones, and I don't even have like a, you know, other devices to try them on if I'm gonna do like a tone match. But that, like, for plugins, I gave away like a bunch for free when I did some collabs with Neural DSP. But actually packs for plugins, I never thought about it. Maybe, you know, if like the collab with Neural DSP, you know, happens to, you know, move forward in some way, that would be like, you know, cool thing to do together. We'll see. But, you know, these are actually the tones that I used. Like there are no, there's nothing left, you know, no secrets. So these are the tones that I used, and, you know, I think it's cool because you actually get, you know, if you like the sounds, you get them actually, you know. You get what you hear in my videos and the album and all. Oh, so nice, I can feel the reverb. Oh yeah. Show the tapping, always with me, always with you, slow down. Oh, it's been a long time since I played that one. So the tapping, yeah, you should probably take a look at some lessons. It's probably more clear than just seeing it here, on stream. But it's like, actually, I know how to play fast, but it's quite easy. It's just, it's not, overly. There's not too much going on. There's just the 12th fret on the second open string, and then notes changing, like. It's basically that. But yeah, if you find a tutorial that breaks it down slowly, it's definitely gonna be much easier. Vale, mitico, come stai? Lala, isn't high amount of spatial effects only usable in specific situations? Oh, you mean generally with tones? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, most of these I just use for, obviously recording. And in the album I used a lot of the ambient tones because it's very oriented in that sense, But yeah, live it would kind of get a bit messy with some of these, for sure. Igor. Oh man, how are you? Nice to see you. I love your wonderful talent. Thank you, my man. How are you? Thanks, love the cover you did. Thank you so much. And actually, I'm working on a little spoiler, but an acoustic cover of that Satriani song to demo the new acoustic guitar that I got from Ibanez that you can see right now. Let me, yeah, it's right here. Oh, where is it? Yeah, this one. Oh, yeah, the PA300 it's called. So yeah, I will do that and ton more videos with the acoustic guitar. Just they will come in some months. A lot of comments. Thank you, people, for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Rone, oh man, how are you? Remember you. How are you? G. Too many G's. What audio interface monitors would you recommend to buy? Depends on the budget, man. Like if your budget's it's unlimited, just go all out, all in. But I would recommend. Yeah, it really depends on the budget. Like monitors, I love the Adam ones. I would like to actually get those as an upgrade. They're super cool. Because friends of mine have both the vertical standard ones and the like wider horizontal ones. I can't remember the names, but those are great. The A7X probably. Those are the ones that I very much like. And audio interface, it depends on your needs. Like right now I probably would get something with multiple ins and outs, which is something that I don't have. But again, it depends on your needs, really. Because if you got multiple ins and outs, you're gonna definitely have a lot more possibilities, and that's cool, always cool. So that's something that I would look into. But there are plenty of options. Uygar, hey, busy practicing, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Oh my man, thank you so much. Much love from Turkey. Cheers from Italy, brother. Yeah, lots of stuff coming. Stay tuned. Lots of things coming. Cripsy85, you're another day solo is so great. Listening often. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. Oh, ciao Emma. Ciao bello, come stai? Come stai? Okay. Let me play a little bit. I should actually practice a solo that I'm working on. It's kind of, I don't know if any of you watched like the series of videos that I made that I called If It Had a Solo, basically just soloing random stuff over, you know, a bunch of tracks. And I got some in the works. So yeah, I was working on one that I will not tell you the band or anything, but I'll keep it a secret. But the solo goes like this. Yeah, maybe I'll spend some time practicing this one on stream. Could be fun. Jun, digital or tube amps? Both are cool, man. I love digital stuff, but I also love, like, my goal is to get a Friedman. Absolutely, like the PT20, the pink tackle, the little one. Beautiful amp. I love Friedmans. There's something about them. It's so cool. So cool. But digital is so handy, you know. And with Fractal you get, you know, incredible quality of the amps and effects. So feel is great. I'm amazing when I see you and I hear you, dude. Thank you, my friend. Ah, grande Emma, mitico, grandissimo. Sono quelli che sto usando adesso. Grande. Quali sono i tuoi preferiti? Vediamo un po'. Yeah, this is the solo that I'm gonna have to practice. Kind of. There's some rhythm stuff. Let me turn off the mic real quick. So, a bunch of random stuff. Tutti, grande. What do you think of all these steely riffs? Steel. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Steely. I don't know. It's amazing. Can you show some interesting chord voicings for riffs to play with distorted tone? I'm not like a big riff. I never actually had to write a lot of riffs. You know, I would love to. Like, I would love to have like more of a band project setting to write stuff in. That's the end goal, kinda. I'm not the you know, the best guy for that, I guess. You know, unfortunately. I guess like by chords and it, like the stuff that he does with open strings, that's very cool. All this kind of stuff, it's super cool, you know. And the thing is, I guess, you know, riffs get interesting when you mix stuff into them, you know, where it's not just like chugging, you know, but there's also a bit of lip playing in them, you know. So kind of creating, you know, micro melodies, if you will. You put them into riffs or just some, you know, some stuff to break them, you know, and make them more groovy, jumpy, whatever, you know. I feel like that's the key. Ciao Cami, come stai? Grande. Cripsy, who's your favorite guitarist at this moment? Right now. Right now. To be honest, like, I'm not actually listening to a lot of guitar stuff. I'm listening to a lot of bands. But guitar, I would say Spiro Ducias. My dude. This is a great guy too. But it's just amazing, and it kind of is pushing me to, you know, practice alternate picking and all the crazy things that he does. Just pushes me, you know. Very inspiring. Ora divento matto a capire su che metti sto solo. Beh, ci potresti arrivare. Però no, è dura. Così è dura. Tipo Sarabanda. Quasi. Ma la sonorità cambia un po' con la mia Ibanez perché io ho dei single coil. Tu hai... Però tu hai HSS, vero? 2 singoli e un humbucker, mi pare. Quindi in realtà neanche tanto, perché molti suoni sono... Ad esempio, tutti i puliti sono fatti per lo più pensati per single coil. E i lead per lo più per il ponte, dai. Ah, fuck me. Ma sì, vabbè, dai, allora vai alla grande. Ma il problema è magari se suonano diversi, molto però aggiustare il gain. In base, magari perché magari ha dei pick up diversi hanno meno output. Shadow Darkest, hey, how are you, my friend? Oh, you're from Twitch. That's so cool. Follow the channel. Thank you so much. Sick setup. The stream's lagging a bit. Yeah, stream's lagging. It's weird. I don't see it lagging. Let me check. No, it should be alright. Maybe try to refresh it. Should be alright though. Any advice on ear training? Yeah. As I told last time, I'm going to be developing a well put together course for, improvisation that also includes ear training and kind of my advice, my take on that. But I would guess, try to guess intervals, in your head before playing them. Like relationship between notes. So, if I play a note right here, always sing. You have to sing when it comes to ear training. It's bad, but you have to. So regardless of which note this is, it's not necessary that you give it a name. But if I want to go from here to here, I already know how that jump is gonna sound like, and that's, to me, that's the key to improvisation and everything. And the more you develop it, the more you can do that even faster and stuff. I still have a lot to work on, but that's kind of the point for me. It's like and these small intervals kind of run through the whole fretboard. So that's kind of the main thing. Learn the basics, and then it's just a repetition of them. It's not that easy, obviously, but it's a very, very vast topic. Very vast. Let me just check one thing on YouTube. Is the stream lagging? It shouldn't be. All right. I've been listening to Spheres Negative. Yeah, sei bellissimo. È un matto. Non ti... Ok. Al momento che prese... guarda, questo è il lead crunch. Thank you so much, people, for tuning in, by the way. I'm super happy that there's people enjoying these live streams. It's very random. They're not planned or organized or anything. I will try to do it once a week, though. Hey, from Uganda. Oh, that's awesome. Just really enjoy your playing. Beautiful. Thank you so much, my friend. That's beautiful. How do you practice usually? Any tips? I should practice more, because my practice is mostly just like writing solos that I can play and then learning them properly, and that's effective actually. I definitely practice when I learn stuff for covers, if it happens, if I'm covering a song, a solo. I will do a cover of The Best of Times by Dream Theater. I am actually practicing that thing right now, and it's helping me, quite a bit, because I'm not, that much of a sweep picker. and so on. But yeah, something like that, you know, practicing these kind of things, it's definitely gonna help you a lot. But if I had to, I definitely sit down and practice, but I do it in a very boring way, you know, the way, you know, practice is supposed to be, I guess. But yeah, for example, I'm definitely trying to get better at alternate picking and sweep picking. Very inspired by Spiro, and yeah, you know, I'll just try. Honestly, that's what I tried lately to improve my picking technique, and just, you know, synchronization with the left hand, because the technique that Spiro uses is almost like utilizing fingers only when you alternate picks, you know, not even so much the wrist, but it's just like tiny movements, and that's so hard to do. That's what I've been doing lately. No lag. Fine. Good night. I need to work early. Oh. I did sleep only 4 hours. Like your kindness, no need to explain your plan. You're the peace. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a nice night of sleep and good work. Not any lag. Nice. How many hours you practice a day? More than practicing, I just play, you know. Again, practicing is mostly just learning stuff. I've been writing for a ton of solos, like a shit ton of solos for the new JTC, my upcoming JTC course, a new thing that I've been working on. And dude, I've been writing so many solos, and, you know, even that in itself, it's kind of practice, you know. Hello from Russia, bro. Dude, thank you so much for tuning in. Owner boy, watch from Malaysia. Oh wow, that's awesome, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do you like this technique that make the guitar sound like a harp? Is it? Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, but it's so hard. Like, I can do, you know, like, you know, the harmonics from, you know, this kind of thing, but the thing where you do, you know, this sort of thing. It looks like this, but I can't do it. It's super hard. Oh, Stef, mitico. Mitico, come stai? Andiamo a stonamme. Oh, anyone, by the way, going to NAMM? By any chance? Because I'm probably going to be there. And if you're there, it's going to be a fun time. Pareri sui nuovi modelli IBA che hanno rilasciato. Quelle lì strane. Ma a me non sai che non piacciono quelle robe lì strane. Quelle da fra figo. E quelle lì tutte storte. Però cosa hanno messo fuori anche? Ah no, quelle di coso, quelle di T. Manson sono fighe. Sono molto belle. Anche qualche AZ forse l'hanno tirato fuori, vero? Sì, quelle di T. Manson mi piacciono un botto. Quelle classiche. Tu che ne dici? I'm from Belarus. Dude, that's amazing. Le proiezioni insieme a te ho già migliorato il mio tocco. Gli esercizi che mi hai dato per il petrolio sono utilissimi. Mitico. Grande. Mi piace come riesci ad usare l'intensità della forza sul plettro. Grande. Steglia, hai fatto vedere la nuova. Che hai combinato? Che hai combinato? Manda foto, manda foto. Manda foto in privato. Hey, what's up, Stef? I would love to go to NAMM one day. You should if you can. If you have the possibility. Absolutely. I went last year for the first time and it was crazy. Crazy. Very good experience. And I came back super inspired and just happy, you know, to be doing music actually, you know. Let me play some presets of my Timon's inspired pack for Fractal. These are also very cool presets. They're a bit more, very dynamic, you know, a bit more delicate. Slash or Kirk Hammett? Oh wow. If I had to pick, I don't know. Because when I was a child, both had like a, you know, pretty big impact. Maybe Slash. It was because Metallica, you know, as a whole, were definitely huge for me and still are. But you know, as a single player, maybe Slash, I would say. Play Sweet Child of Mine solo. No, man, I definitely don't remember it. It's been a lifetime. Remember the version that I posted on YouTube, how it goes. Manda foto in privato, suona male. Beh, a libera interpretazione. I'm learning altitudes from your video, bro. I'm having a finally play. Nah, dude, congrats. I watched that vid last year and it inspired me so much. That's amazing, dude. Thank you for watching it. It blew up completely randomly. Man, I'm happy it did, but yeah, videos on YouTube are so random. Like, you know, they just get a few thousand views and then maybe like a year later they get watched by a ton of people. Don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Ibanez or Music Man? No, Ibanez all the way, dude. I had a Music Man. I had a Majesty, and it broke like 3 times, I guess. Like the preamp system just fucked me over. And yeah, I would get a Music Man, but definitely not a Majesty. Like a simpler one. There's some cool models, but nah, Music Man, dude, just let me down so much with that thing happening. I would just stick with, you know, simple, simple, what's it called? Not the hardware, but yeah, simple electronics. Grande Ema. Grandissimo. È un bel pezzettone. Majesty or AZ? No, dude, AZ all the way. Yeah, no, the Majesty just completely, I told you, just let me down so much. I had one. It was kind of an older model, but not the new ones, so maybe they fixed some stuff, but it was a nightmare. You know, I never had a guitar even having problems, but that one just, you know, completely disappointed me. Very much looking forward to the new Matteo Cesato solo album coming out. I don't know when. How do you record the music for your music platforms? So I all guitars I record myself, but they get mixed and mastered by a dear friend of mine. He's called Ricky Dugaro. He's a great bass player. You can find him in, you know, my profiles if you need him. Yeah, he's very skilled. Which pedal do you use? You know, I use Fractal, so I have a bunch of pedals, but I would love to get an amp to use pedals with, because it's much better than, you know, running pedals into the Fractal. Still fine, but I got some cool pedals. There's a phaser pedal from Interstellar Audio Machines that I tried recently. It's very cool, very fun. Rieccola. Un bel crispy clean da Fractal. Guarda qua. Questo è molto Tesseract. What type of effects do you use? Oh, I use a bunch, man. Definitely, I abuse reverbs and delays. That's for sure. Yeah, I would say mostly delays and reverbs. I love ambient stuff. So yeah. Sounds that I love. Ambient stuff all day. Very deep. Do you use compression in your lead tone? If so, how much gain reduction do you aim for? Attack and release settings? That's a bit too specific, but I think I'm running a very, yeah, just very, very little compression is cool. Yeah, I think in the lead tones as well. Yeah, just a little compression. It depends though, because some lead tones I'll leave without compression, so they just, you know, they're more dynamic. Do you have a Gibson Les Paul? I would love one. They cost so much. I will get one in the future. even just for studio stuff, it's cool. Ma che ne pensi di Oz Noi? Sai che non so chi sia. Sono impreparato. Okay, I will try to do some improv right now. Let's see how that goes. I got a should be free copyright backing track on YouTube. I can remember the name of the dude. Let me see, so I can at least, you know, shout him out. Where is it? It's from Elia Garutti. Thank you, man, for providing the backing track. Seems for free. If the stream does get taken down, I'll take it back. All right. Don't judge me when I improv and just do random stuff. That's the point, right? Though. Do you like to play acoustic or Spanish guitar? Yeah, I enjoy classical probably more than acoustic. I don't know why, because I studied classical guitar for some years, and so yeah, I went from kind of very much dislike it to liking it very much. You're in delay, like Jack Gardner, as he says in his guitar, feel naked without that. Absolutely. String gauge 942, always. Un bel dorico non si sbaglia mai. Can you play the song Altitudes by Jason Becker? If I play that now, it's gonna be a mess. You know, the sweeps are not easy. I can play the intro if I remember it. Yeah, it's been ages since I played that song. Ci sarà il Guitar Show 2026, Mizzica. È lontano, spero di sì. Sono all'SHG però. Se ci sei anche tu ci becchiamo. Non so quale giorno, però sicuramente un giorno vengo a Milano. Alberto, grande. Yeah, I'm trying to get better at like fusion, improv and stuff like that. And it's not easy, definitely not easy. So that's why I admire people like Jack Gardner so much, is because, you know, improvising like he does, even on, you know, complex backing tracks and stuff, it's so hard. But definitely, you know, something to work on. So that's always great. I'll play around with some different tones from my signature pack. This preset is called Lead Wah. Very simple. The names are very straightforward. Ci sono poche cose certe nell'universo, ma questi sono i volumi di Io ho distrutto il microfono. Mamma mia, incredibile. Ma non solo il palco, madonna. Jason Becker or Eric Johnson? They're very different. You know, they're polar opposite players. Maybe Becker, you know. His story is so cool. You know, just imagine now, you know, many things, you know, he would have done. This is the Fudz rhythm preset. By the way, you can find both in the chat, running, you know, every once in a while, and in the description below, links to everything. So my music, you know, JTC course, and all the presets, all the good stuff, tabs and whatever. So be sure to check those out. Here's probably my favorite preset, which is called Dreamy Lead. So, is Luca Montanelli being one who influenced you on composing? I wouldn't say so. I should listen to him more, but I only know a couple songs of his. I write stuff that's very different, you know, and I take inspiration from different things. So I don't know. I feel like it's you know, I still have to find, you know, kind of my way. But you know, yeah, I'm trying to be open, just write stuff, even if like it's, you know, pretty random from each thing that I write. Yeah, let me just get back to practicing that solo once again. So, if anyone's new, I'm just a solo I wrote for a future video that I'm practicing. This is the practice that I do, you know, write things and then try to to play them properly. So. This might be actually out of freaking time. Okay. Yeah, your colors. Do you think technique or creativity is more important in playing the guitar? Oh, which one? I would say both. Definitely, I mean, if I had to choose, definitely creativity. I would say that technique, definitely helps creativity in having, less boundaries in terms of what you can, recreate on guitar. You can put your creative ideas into guitar, more easily. The more technique, the more advanced you are at, technical stuff. Rick Beato is calling you. I wish. Vishal, hi. Hey, my friend, how are you? I missed your guitar lessons episode. I really need one on fretboard visualization. Alberto. Okay, just putting you guys but yeah. It will come like a very well done fretboard visualization course on JTC, probably next year, because I want to do it well, and it's a very hard and like vast and complicated topic to, even try to explain or, tell my way of approaching it. So I guess it needs, needs time for me to actually, lay down the idea as well and try to explain the way that I view it. But I'm happy that there's people interested, so I've definitely tried to do it as well as I can. Potresti suonarmi Guide Me. ti suono l'intro se vuoi, perché il resto da solo è un po'... carino l'arpeggino. Okay, bye dude, thank you for watching. Any practice tips for speeding up alternate picking? Yeah, my main tip would be to listen to practice the very fundamental of it, meaning pick like a very, very simple. I will make it very short because it's hard to to give tips such a short amount of time on stream. But my tip is always break down the very bare bones of the technique. So for alternate picking, you just pick a very simple like 2 fingers thing like this, and you try to practice that in every possible way, and actually paying attention to the technique, because it's pointless, I think, to do very hard exercises if you don't have the basics down. It sounds like God is in Austria. Kevin, bellissimo brano. Fa super piacere. Oh yeah, but this comments, like the spam, the auto spam thing is cool, but it's not working how it should, because it's just getting too many. I don't know what is up with that. I will fix that. Some different tones. This is another lead tone. Disable the mic. All right, people, so I think I will close this down in like 15 minutes, so you know, let's just jam a little bit. If you have any sort of question, just hit me up. We have some time more. That's why it was sounding weird. I had the coil thing. Eccola. Ciao. You already made this video? Oh, you're right. I don't remember who it was about the alternate picking, but yeah, I made a video. I definitely shared some tips on alternate picking, so yeah. I hope I put some, you know, useful tips in there, but some people enjoyed it, so you might as well just, you know, check out that video real quick. It's from some time ago. Yeah, probably more than a year, like a year and a half ago. Yeah. Your favorite rock band? I love Paramore, amazing. A rock band, I'm not sure. I tend to listen to stuff that, you know, maybe mixes a bunch of genres. Like right now is my Thanksgiving dance moment. I'm listening to the new album, just dropped like 2 days ago, I guess. So they're a bit, they're metal too, but they're kind of mixing a bunch of stuff. That's mainly what I'm listening to these days. I love that band. Still bummed that Tillian left, but it is what it is. Oh, Keith. Subscribe on YouTube. Thank you so much, man. I don't know if he's watching, but thank you so much. This soul. Hello, can you play Steve Gabry Home? I don't know that song, man. There's a bunch of people on Twitch, even the last time, just asking, you know, requesting songs that I definitely don't know. Sorry about that. Please play 4-note per string pentatonic tapping licks. Pentatonic tapping licks. Like a random tapping lick. I don't know what you want, but... should practice tapping more, actually. Check on Songster. I don't know, man. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for those live streams. I got to see and chat with you here. I appreciate that very much. And I'm glad you enjoyed them. Again, I will try to keep them coming as much as I can. Let's do a final round of, you know, thoughts, questions, whatever you have. Please, bro. I don't know that thing, man. What is your favorite Polyphia song? I don't like the new ones. Not that I don't like, but I definitely the album that I love about them, from them, is Renaissance. That one is super cool. I didn't even know the correct pronunciation for that. Yeah, the black and white album with the statue in the cover, you know, like the OG Polyphia. Those were super cool. Beautiful tones. Grazie Alberto. Grazie a te. Buonanotte. Dude, guitar model. Oh yeah, I can. I'm running a Ibanez AZ. This is my main guitar. There you have it. Ooh. This is AZ2402. But it's like a 2019, 2020 model, I think. So that's why the color you can't really find. You're a spectacular player with tons of color, man. Dude, I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. That's very kind from you. Thank you. Nice guitar. Thank you, man. I do like Polyphia's Renaissance. My favorite song is Euphoria. Ah, that's great. The ones that I loved were, what are they called? Flores, for sure. And let me look it up. And Culture Shock. That's a great one too. Storm probably is another super cool one. Yeah, I love that album, but I can't play that. I can't remember it. Absolutely. So inspiring to hear you. Just noodle around and still sound amazing. Thank you so much, Alonso, dude. Super kind from you. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, you know, it's live. It's cool. If I mess up, it's part of it. I don't really care. That's the reason I'm doing it. You know, I don't want to be a Giacomo Tura. I want to be transparent. There's something. Yeah, okay. There's an alarm going off. Nice. Thanks so much for your time and answers. Thanks to you for being here, man. Thank you so much. Play Culture Shock. Dude, I can't remember it. Definitely don't remember it. Sorry about that. if you were to play in front of many people, how would you deal with nerves? I play in front of many people just like a couple times, like thousands. It was actually far better than playing in like a small environment. I just felt less pressure. Like I felt more pressure, but less. I don't know. It's weird, but like playing, I felt like I had my own space. You know, whether if it's a smaller thing, like happens the majority of the time, is I don't know. I feel like I'm close, too close with eyes of people watching, and it's not good for me. So yeah, I had no problem playing in front of thousands of people the just a few times that I did. I wish it would happen more, more than the smaller gigs. We'll see about that. But yeah, I loved it, honestly. Yeah, that's my thought. I love the color of your guitar. Yeah, super cool. They should bring this back. There's probably a single coil one, all singles, I believe, that has seafoam green. Happy collab, JTC. You are the best player in that. Oh, the last one. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was such a nice, video. So cool being in there. What's a good beginner electric guitar? You should define beginner, like actual super beginner. I'm not sure about that. It's been a long time since I looked into that. There's a lot of nice like medium range guitars right now. Beginner, there's a ton, so many. I remember having like Jackson. Like I tried the Jackson 7 string for some time. I had it and it was super good, even though it was super cheap. Ibanez makes some like AZs. There's like the very, very basic line that seems to be cool. Obviously, like beginner guitars are gonna be compromised, so it's not that relevant, I think, as long as it works and you like it and you're comfortable with it. Even though when you begin you don't even know what comfortable means and what you should choose. So I guess it's just kind of as long as it works well and doesn't lets you down and gives you problems, if it's for an actual total beginner, that would be my advice. Petizione per una live di azione su Bolivia. Farei cagare. I love what you did from JTC Guitar. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm curious to see who won that, because there were some incredible prizes in that Gem of the Month. Which rock or metal band do you hate? No, I don't think I hate any band. Let me think. That I hate? Nah, music I dislike some stuff, that's for sure, but to each their own. Hate, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I mean, rock or metal is fine, There's other things that I just, go like, I'm gonna close my ears. All right, people. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate all the kind words and, comments and whatever. What do you think of Sleep Token? Sleep Token. I'm a fan of Sleep Token since their first album, 2019, so I'm a real fan. But yeah, I really like them. I liked them more probably previously when you know, they were less mainstream, but they're still super cool. All right, gonna wrap it up. I want to thank you so much for being here. All links to my stuff are in the description if you're on YouTube, and running on the chat if you're on Twitch. And yeah, I'm working on a ton of video stuff. I'll probably see you next week with another live stream. I'm not sure if I can make it next week, but I will try. Yeah, I must at least try, you know, to do it weekly. Thank you so much, people, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I wish you a good rest of the night or day, depending on where you are. Yeah, I appreciate you very much just stopping by and taking some time to watch this. So bye bye. I'll see you very, very soon.